Theft at work. A few weeks ago, I had my bicycle stolen from outside our office building. I was aghast and annoyed. I became all puffed up with my own self righteousness as I convinced myself the thief was bad and I was good. I remember saying to my wife, I just can't understand why someone would steal something from someone else. I've never stolen anything in my life. The following morning, I had the answers to my questions, but still, no bike. I came to the realization everybody does steal from others in one way, shape or form, and that I too have stolen many things in my working life. Stealing at work can take many forms. People choose to steal money, supplies, inventory, office furniture, time, productivity, and joy from their employer, co-workers, customers, and even suppliers. I'm guilty of all of these, and I'm sure if you're honest with yourself, so are you. What is it so deep down within us that causes us to take what isn't ours? The US Chamber of Commerce reports that annual losses suffered by companies due to employee theft and dishonesty amount to about $50 billion. The report states that about 75% of all employees will commit theft at least once in their careers, and that 38% of employees will keep stealing and will make it a habit. A third of all failed businesses can trace their failure back to employee theft. According to a study by Hiscox, US businesses affected by employee theft lost an average of $1.4 million last year. Small and mid-sized businesses accounted for 68% of cases, and their median loss last year was just under $300,000. The most common embezzlement scheme was funds theft, 35%, followed by check fraud, 22%. And the report finds that nearly 95% of all businesses suffer theft in the workplace. Employees who steal from their employers cite many reasons as to why they did what they did. They feel their employer has wronged them or underpays them for their hard work. They believe the employer is insured for such losses and so is not affected. They consider the consequences set in place by the employer for theft are minimal or not enforced. Employees may also steal to get revenge on their employers. Those who suffer a pay cut or who feel overworked and underpaid might seek to even the score with their employers by stealing time or money from them. One of the main reasons employees steal is because it's simply too tempting. Maybe the bicycle standing there locked up in the Californian sun was tempting the thief to free and ride it. Maybe the thief thought I could easily buy another bicycle. Maybe the thief thought I would be insured. I can rationalise this, but it still sucked that someone stole something that was mine and not theirs. I'd worked hard for it and they hadn't. Humans are really horrible to each other sometimes. A few days later, my hope in humanity was restored. My two office mates, Jim and Big T, presented me with an envelope, within which was a handwritten card expressing their sadness at my bike being stolen. But tucked inside the card was enough cash for me to go and buy a brand new bike. I was literally gobsmacked. Having my bike stolen taught me a few important lessons about the workplace. Theft is real and really expensive. Most of us steal. But most importantly, the brightness within the human heart can outshine the darkest darkness when there's been a U-turn. The way I look at this economic transaction is, the bicycle store won as they sold me some inventory. I won as I received an even better bike. And Jim and Big T won because if you could have seen the joy that was on their face, it was evident it was much more valuable to them than the gold that they gave. I guess the person who really lost out was the workplace thief. He thought he got something for nothing, but rather like the proverb says, that sweetness of stealing will eventually become a bitter taste.